You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, NBC Peacock soap opera fans. It is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got your Days of Our Lives 2 weeks ahead spoilers. This is the week running May 29th through June 2nd, plus the week running June 5th through 9th. There is so much to unpack here. All the week 1 spoilers we have are dated, and then the week 2 spoilers are not dated, but are no less intense. We're going to dig into that for you right now. But if you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers, casting news, all the stuff you need to know about your favorite soap opera. Starting on Monday, May 29th on Days of Our Lives, Leo Stark corners Johnny DiMera. He knows that a bunch of DiMeras have invaded Salem, and he wants some gossip about the family drama for his lady whistleblower column in the Salem Spectator. Plus, now that Anna DiMera accidentally let Tony DiMera onto the news about Nicole's pregnancy, she's very worried he's going to slip up and say something. Meanwhile, we pick up on Monday with the scene from Cliffhanger Friday where Eric Brady is at the hospital and he walks up on Nicole Walker with Sloan Petersen. Remember, Sloan just volunteered to swab Eric's cheek while he's sleeping so that they can try to eliminate him as a possible father of one of Nicole's babies. The question is whether Sloan can be trusted. I tend to think she can. She went about her revenge plan through legal means. She has a vendetta, but she doesn't seem horribly unethical. So I tend to think that she is going to be honest about this. And there is a spoiler photo for next week showing Sloan sliding the swab little container into a plastic bag. So it looks like she definitely does it in the week ahead. Plus, we've got Gabby and Stefan plotting to win over Megan Hathaway on Monday. They've already bonded with Kristen, and now they go to work on the oldest sibling that just returned to the house. Tuesday, May 30th on Days of Our Lives, we have Justin cornering Maggie Horton about why she fired Alex Kiriakis, and I don't think she's going to be too apologetic about it. But maybe Justin can get Alex's job back. Also, Sarah Horton is back on the scene. She is not back in Salem. She has scenes where she's in Chicago and she's still staying at Rex Brady's house. Bonnie Kiriakis is there and she comes by to see Rex and is stunned to see Sarah with a visible baby bump. And that should be very interesting because, of course, she's going to try and sell the lie that it's Rex's baby, but it looks like she's too far along for that to be plausible. We'll have to see what Bonnie says. Also, Xander fights with Gwen about Chloe Lane. Xander wants Chloe working in the marketing department. Gwen is ready to fight about it, but then we are going to see her cave in and say, fine, whatever, hire her. Meanwhile, Brady offers Chloe a job back at Basic Black to keep her away from Xander, but I bet she's going to stick with Xander's job offer, especially when she knows that Kristen is back in town, which means she's going to be stalking Brady all over again. On Wednesday, May 31st, on Days of Our Lives, Anna is asking Nicole about who she loves. Does she love EJ or is she still in love with her ex-husband, Eric Brady? And will the reveal of her baby daddy affect her feelings? No doubt it will. Plus, Abe is under the impression that Paulina Price is nursing him back to health, but instead we have a special guest star that is going to be with him, and that is Kim Coles as Nurse Whitley. And we have to wonder if she's up to no good because of the spoiler that comes on the next day. Meanwhile, still on Wednesday, Eric's upset that Sloan lied to him again, so maybe he catches her swabbing him or he catches, notices it in her purse, but it seems like she's going to come clean to him about everything because that's just how their relationship is working these days. Plus, Jada begins to suspect that her sister Talia might have been abused by Colin Bedford, and that's why she did his dirty work. Thursday on Days of Our Lives, we are going to see Eric cornering Nicole about her pregnancy. So when Eric catches her at it, perhaps wakes up while she's swabbing him, Sloan's going to come clean, and then he's going to have to run to Nicole. Then Abe is missing. We have to wonder if his new nurse took him somewhere or if he just wandered away because of his head injury. That should be interesting. Leo Stark goes to see Colin Bedford to ask him for his side of the story, no doubt for a blistering expose in Lady Whistleblower's column in The Spectator. Plus, Marlena tells Kayla Brady that she thinks Nicole is keeping a secret, and the doc is right. Plus, Sloan goes off on Rafe after her brother escapes custody. So it looks like maybe after he talks to Leo, he breaks out, and she's not happy because she certainly doesn't want her brother gunned down, but Colin also does not want to face the consequences of his horrible actions. Next Friday, June 2nd, on Days of Our Lives, Eric finally tells Marlena that Nicole is pregnant, and Harris Michaels comes to town, and he talks to Patch and says he's there to keep an eye on Megan Hathaway and make sure she's not up to her old tricks. Plus, Stefan and Gabby decide they are going to try and win both Megan and Kristen DiMera's votes so that they can take over the family business. And Nicole realizes that it is far past time to come clean to EJ about her pregnancy. And then it's the second week of action on Days of Our Lives, running June 5th through 9th. We've got 4 big spoilers, and these are not dated, but we're going to talk about them. Chloe Lane vents to Xander Cook. I have to imagine that this is about the return of Kristen DiMera, and no doubt Xander will have a sympathetic ear because he was her henchman for a long time and now despises Kristen. We're also going to see Jada cornering Leo Stark and grilling him. No doubt this is about him interviewing Colin for his side of the story. And she may wonder, I don't know, based on the prior week, since Leo talked to Colin and then Colin escaped, maybe she thinks somehow Leo helped him. We'll have to wait and see, but Jada is probably just going to end up frustrated about Leo, and she may be unhappy about the story he runs in The Spectator because it's probably going to make Talia look bad as a Colin's co-conspirator. That same set of spoilers for the week of June 5th through 9th, 2-week Days of Our Lives spoilers, have Sean Brady losing his temper with Belle Black. He remains anguished over the fact that he shot his dad, Bo Brady. What's interesting is Peter Ruckel and Christian Alfonso have wrapped their run weeks ago on Days of Our Lives, but Days of Our Lives is continuing to treat it like they are with John Aniston's passing and dealing with Victor Kiriakis, where they're just continuing to name drop them and fake phone calls. So it seems like they are very much part of the character canvas, even though both of them are well gone. Also, we're going to see Trip Dalton Johnson back from Seattle. Remember, he was there to check on his brother Joey Johnson, who had broken his leg, and now it seems Joey is up and around to the extent that Trip can come back, and that means he's going to be back trying to date Wendy, and Wendy just talked to Johnny about how she has feelings for both of them. Maybe she wants to date both of them, and we'll have to see how that proceeds, but it's definitely very interesting. That's everything you need to know for the 2 weeks running Monday, May 29th, all the way to Friday, June 9th. Nicole's pregnancy becomes common knowledge. It doesn't look like we're going to know quite yet who the baby daddy is, and we have got DiMera dynamics changing because of all the returning family members, and we have got action with Chloe and Xander, and the ripple effects begin from the return of Kristen DiMera and her awful sister as they start touching lives in Salem. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives spoilers and news. We'd love to hear in the comments, what do you think? Are you excited to see Leo Stark? Anytime I see a Leo Stark spoiler, I get super excited. I'm a big fan of Greg Rickhart. I enjoy him over on Days of Our Lives. Over on Young and the Restless, where he plays Kevin Fisher, but it definitely feels like that Leo is much more of Greg Rickhart's spirit animal. I enjoy him in this role more, although I do love Kevin's more devious, serious side over on Y&R. What are you hoping to see with Trip being back from Seattle? And do you think that Jada is going to try and make up some excuse to cover for Talia? Is Talia going to escape consequences for her actions? Maybe.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.